Welcome back to the channel, boys. Fabulency's coming at your neck with another Destiny 2 video. Right here we got the Behemoth breakdown, the new Stasis subclass coming to the Titan. Right here it says Titan Behemoth crash like an avalanche. Behemoths are high offense and high defense, creating solid stasis crystals to provide cover or platforms from which to leap during their supers. Behemoths can jump higher, faster, and farther with unlimited melee charge, wow, and high damage mitigation. And then right here we have Shiver Strike. The Behemoth summons a Stasis Gauntlet and lunges forward with explosive speed, smashing through anything in their way. Upon reaching their target, they unleash a devastating jab that sends their foe careening backwards while slowing nearby enemies. Okay, I like that. I guess that's the melee? I'm not too sure. Right here we have ground control. The Behemoth slams their gauntlet into the ground, sending out tremors of powerful stasis energy that leaves crystals in their wake and freezes all enemies in the vicinity. I guess, I don't know what that could be either. I guess this is the two parts of the super. I'm assuming this is two parts of the super, I don't know. And then we have Glacial Quake right here in the bottom left. Behemoths compel stasis energy to attach their body, covering themselves in the frozen darkness, forming a stasis gauntlet in one hand, increasing their damage resistance in the process. I like that. So this is the Titan fist, obviously. Look at that, it's just like his fist covered in ice. It does kind of give me a the missile, I forget what it's called, the one Titan super where he's flying through the sky. It kind of gives me those vibes, but let's see, maybe there's some differences about it. Welcome to this edition in our series of spotlight articles where we're examining stasis via each of the 3 Guardian classes in Destiny 2. In our previous edition, we featured the Warlock Shadebinder. Here we're getting to know the Titan Behemoth. Titan Smash, two things that simply go hand in hand. There are a few combat situations in Destiny 2 that can't be solved, or at least made better, by a quick Titan punch to the face. When Beyond Light is released this November, Guardians who prefer the Titan class will discover a new subset of stasis powers that allows them to harness the power of darkness. And yes, Fisticuffs will be a part of it, but it's not the entire story. As we discussed in our previous edition of the series, each stasis subclass will embody a facet of stasis. Warlock Shadebinders emphasize freezing enemies, and as you'll learn more about next week, the Hunter Revenant is a specialist at slowing the action down. The Titan Behemoth uses stasis as both a means of creation and destruction. I like that. So Titans have mainly focused on just shattering, I guess, and creating obstacles for the enemies or creating cover for your teammates. Here's a nice picture of it. Looks like he's dashing in to do a punch. I love the way these look. I'm not too sure how I feel about the armor itself, but the way that the stasis covers the armor looks amazing. Let's scroll down a little bit. With the Behemoth, we wanted to put an emphasis on the ability to use stasis to create crystals that can alter the battle by changing the very ground beneath your feet. Control the ground, control the fight. As a result, the Behemoth can use their stasis abilities defensively, such as creating crystalline walls to block enemies and gunfire, or offensively by creating crystals to freeze enemies. That's what I said, you're going to be able to create cover for your teammates or just freeze the enemies by themselves, which is pretty cool. The Titan Behemoth can unleash a powerful melee attack known as the Shiver Strike. Okay, I was right. Here, the Titan lunges forward, launched by a stasis explosion at their feet to propel them towards an enemy. While in midair, they summon a stasis gauntlet that covers their fist and then slam into their foes, sending them careening backwards to slow nearby enemies. I guess this is him right here doing it on this poor servitor. Look at that. He's about to get a slap right in the mouth. The Behemoth's super, Glacial Quake, begins with the Titan forming a mighty gauntlet on their fist. They can then slam the gauntlet into the ground, sending out shockwaves that form stasis crystals which freeze nearby enemies. Covered in armor of stasis crystals, the Titan temporarily becomes an unstoppable wrecking machine, able to jump higher, faster, and farther, all while blasting enemies with greatly increased melee attack. And this is him right here doing it. Look at that. That's a sick picture. I like that, honestly. I'm not a big fan of the Titan class. I mean, not that I dislike it, I just prefer Warlock or Hunter, but I don't know, I might have to give this one a try. I kind of like it so far. The way they're explaining it is just cool. A frozen enemy. Oh, and by the way, there's a little bit of maintenance going on outside, so if you guys hear some kind of like lawnmower or something, that's what that is. Just please ignore it. Anyway, let's get back to it. If frozen enemies are the bowling pins, think of the Titan Behemoth during their Glacial Quake super as the bowling ball, able to instantly shatter enemies as they sprint or slide through them, running amok in a crowd of bad guys and shattering them like a perfect 10-pin strike is a fine strategy, but there's a degree of subtlety, Jesus Christ, I can't even say that word, subtlety there too if you want it. For example, you can cancel out of the slide into a massive stasis powered leap, only to cancel that just at the right moment and direct the Behemoth downward into a devastating slam. So punch if you must, but know that Stasis has plenty more for you to offer. So seems like there's some actually pretty good movement with this class. The Titans have needed that for a while, and it seems with this, you can cancel slide into a punch and then maybe turn around and dive at somebody else. I don't know, but they're making it sound sick. And here is a little picture with the super, and here are the abilities again. I guess this one right here is the punch. I don't know, but it looks super cool. And this is the fist. Look at that. That's sick. And right here we have another aspect that says Tectonic Harvest. Fragment slots. See, there's 2 now. One is grayed out. A petrified grip grasping for something once held but now lost. Your hands create power from nothing. Shattering a stasis crystal creates a stasis shard. This shard grants melee energy when picked up by you or your allies. So you can be kind of like a support, almost, melee. You can generate melee ability energy for your teammates or yourself. But it's only when shattering a stasis crystal. So if you repaired this with the Warlock and the Warlock was freezing enemies, I guess that counts as a stasis crystal. I'm not too sure, but it seems dope. I'm loving the aspects in the fragments thing. Here's another one, Whisper of Durance. Slow from your abilities last longer. For those abilities that linger, their duration will also be increased, and it gives you plus 10 strength. Wow. I thought they were only gonna take away from it, but plus 10 strength, that's awesome. But let's see, why is his defense low or the resilience low? Probably has to do with this. But that's a sick, man. That's sick. That's a sick fragment. Let's keep it going. Next week we'll be going deeper into Stasis with our look at the 3rd and final subclass, the Revenant Hunter. How do you make the quickest class even more deadly? By slowing down everything around them. That's how. Come back on September 8th to learn more and check out the Stasis hub page in the meantime. Alright, so there you boys have it. Just a quick little breakdown of the Behemoth Titan. Seems like it's going to be a very fun class. A lot of emphasis on movement and creating structures out of the Stasis. I might have to check this one out. Like I said, it's not that I dislike the Titan, it's just that I prefer the Hunter or the Warlock because I like movement, or I like using abilities a lot, and the Warlock is using abilities a lot, and so is the Hunter, but the Hunter also has that movement that I like. But with this one, it seems like with the slide and the punch, you can actually do a lot of stuff. And with the new aspects and fragments, it seems like there's going to be some pretty high build potential depending on how you want to play, whether you want to create cover for your team or generate melee ability energy for your team, whatever you want to do. But I might have to actually check this one out once Beyond Light drops. But if you guys enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps me out a lot. You can also check out my other videos. Links are in the description below. I have a lot of crazy builds in there, so go ahead and check that out. And you might as well follow my social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both at @fat_bloonskis. But with all that being said, deuces.